Hello everybody, welcome back to Catalyst Gaming News. It's Wednesday, my dudes. We got some gaming topics to talk about today, including Microsoft actually backing down from the people. Yes, the people have spoken and the people have won. But before we get into that, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and let's jump right in. Now, our first news story comes to us from The Verge. It says Microsoft delays Xbox Game Pass Ultimate price hike for some subscribers. Some? What do you mean some? Current subscribers in some European countries won't be affected by the Microsoft Game Pass price hikes just yet. According to this article, at this time, these increases will only affect new purchases and will not affect your current subscription for the market in which you reside, as long as you are on a auto-correcting reoccurring plan, explains Microsoft in an email that was sent to some Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers overnight. Should you choose to cancel your plan and repurchase, you will be charged more in the new current rate. Since when did Microsoft want to be a freaking phone carrier company? What are we doing, Microsoft? It's really interesting to me how, you know, a bunch of gamers stand up to the big bully that is Microsoft and say, no, we don't like this shit. And they say, well, don't cancel, because if you're still in the grandfathered old deal, you're fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. But for new people, fuck you. You gotta pay more. I don't know about you guys, but the damage control department in Microsoft is absolutely plummeting and failing. This did not make me want to keep my subscription. In fact, I already canceled my subscription, so I literally got fucked over by this shit. But it is time to put a close to this chapter, as I've personally gotten rid of Games Pass. I won't be renewing it. I'm not gonna be paying more. I'm all good over here. We got Battlefield 6 in 2 freaking days, and we got some news to talk about in Battlefield 6 in the video, so stay tuned for that. But let's move on to our next news story. And our next news story comes to us from esports.gg, and yes, you are seeing this on the screen correctly. Fortnite is collaborating with Doja Cat. This is the first look and release date of the Doja Cat skins. As you can see, we got 2 skins here for Doja Cat, and the release date is set for October 9th, which is literally tomorrow. And what can you get with the Doja Cat Fortnite collab pack? Well, I'll tell you, you get 2 outfits, you get 1 pickaxe, you get 2 backpack blings, you get 2 emotes, 2 raps, 1 jam track, 1 instrument, and 1 loading screen. And yes, if you didn't know, Fortnite literally sells music to you, so there you go to all the Fortnite fans. By the way, I'll be covering more Fortnite news as I'm getting absolutely addicted to Fortnite again. Our next news story comes to us from Game Rant, and it's talking about a new trademark for Shadow the Hedgehog. So Sonic City reports on Twitter that Sega has recently filed a new trademark for Shadow the Hedgehog. It is unclear which project it's tied to, but we'll likely find out soon. I remember that they gave Shadow the Hedgehog a freaking gun, so I never got to play that game. Maybe they're gonna do some sort of remake or something, or I'm not really sure what they're gonna do, but I know that there's like a cult following with Shadow the Hedgehog. And the last time they made a Shadow the Hedgehog game, this was back in 2005. That's actually insane. 2005, that was 20 years ago. That was 2 decades ago. So typically when a trademark comes out like this, usually there's a game that's announced within a 1 year window. Usually takes around 1 year to actually get the game out. So guys, speculate in the comments and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about everything we've been saying so far up to this point. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe and like the video. Now we're keeping it here with Gamer Rant with the next story, which is our Battlefield 6 topic, and it's gonna be a doozy. So if you guys did play the Battlefield 6 beta, it was a lot of fun in my personal opinion, but there were a lot of people that were complaining that it was too much like Warzone, where you could run around and slide, and then the developers was like, okay, we're gonna change the way the guns shoot and changing the sliding mechanics. Now we're being told that there's going to be a day 1 patch, and really what we're talking about here is, can you use any weapon with any class instead of having a class linked to it? And there's this big huge debate that's been going on online, of course. So the TLDR on this article is basically talking about 2 things here: weapon classes, and do the weapons belong in classes, or can you use any weapon with any class? And then you also have the placement for playlist titles. And if you didn't notice in the Battlefield 6 beta, I definitely did, is that whenever you played the game, every time you logged in, the tiles that you would see for different playlists were different each time, like in different places. And so they were playing around to see kind of what people would click on and engage with the most. And they were just moving that around and kind of like, you know, showcase different titles at different times in different places. A lot of people are speculating why they did that. And, you know, we have the lead producer here talking about they moved around a lot, as you may have noticed. We did this to all tiles, TQ, which is Conquest, and BT, which is, I can't remember what BT is. See how much tile placement impact, you know, would impact the pick rates and how single mode versus playlist and multiple modes differed. So a little bit of trial and error, if you will, to see what people want to play on Battlefield 6. And they're probably going to do that with the Battle Royale mode as well whenever that comes out. The good thing to note here is Battlefield 6 has a lot of game modes. So if you're trying to play your traditional Conquest mode, you have it. If you want to play Deathmatch mode, you have it. If you want to play Rush mode, you have it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Battlefield 6. I'm absolutely hyped for it. And our last bit of news comes to us from TradingView. Yes, this is a Web3 game news segment. We're bringing it back. And Ubisoft is trying to get into some Web3 gaming. I mean, they've already done it with Axie low-key, but let's get into it. In April, gaming giant Ubisoft partnered with Immutable to launch Might and Magic Fates, a blockchain-powered strategy game. Magazine is contractually obligated to ask Ferguson the million-dollar question, when is Web3 gaming bull run coming? He says he is more interested in bringing more people into the space. I really don't care when narratives trade. I think narratives shift incredibly quickly in this space, which is very true, said Ferguson. Real opportunity is, how do we bring more player onto the blockchain through something that they find incredibly valuable, but they don't need to learn what a private key is, he adds. So this article goes on to talk about different Web3 games that have had a little bit of momentum or motion here in people's minds, and it has a lot to do with trading card games. I gotta be honest, trading card games do make the most sense for the NFT world, the Web3 gaming world. You could also say MMOs as well make a lot of sense because there's a lot of in-game trading and stuff. But to be honest with you guys as well, I don't like trading card games, so this really doesn't appeal to me. I'm more of a shooter, MOBA, MMORPG player sometimes, as well as fighting games. So none of those, you know, genres have really hit for me in the Web3 gaming space. Hopefully that will change in the future, but it is cool to see that we got some established Web2 publisher / developer teams that really want to look into this Web3 stuff. And they do mention the Clarity Act that will allow people to be more confident to be using blockchain in video games. And I do think when the Clarity Act does get passed, that will be a game changer for not just the gaming industry, but, you know, movies, music, all different sectors and you know, different markets are going to be adopting the blockchain and be utilizing it for whatever they want to utilize it for. And I think that's going to be bullish for the entire space. I don't know what you guys think about that, but let me know in the comment section below. We have come to the end of today's episode. If you did find value for your time, please hit that like button. It does help out the channel and the video immensely to find more eyeballs to watch this content. If you liked what you saw as well, you can hit that subscribe button to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please comment your thoughts below, and I will see you guys on the next one. But before you guys go, check out some of these other videos. We'll see you next time. Peace.